Vicky, tell me why you came to see us in the first place.
Well, basically, I'd had a baby and was finding that I was going to the toilet all the time. And I know that sort of people had sort of said, oh, after you've had a baby, you might find it as a problem. And then when I first had her, I was getting out a bit and sort of making myself do things. And then as it was sort of getting harder to be on my own, I was going to the toilet more and more. And then it got to the point where as soon as I left the front door, I was like, no, I need to go to the loo now, I can't go out. And then before I came to see you, I think I'd been indoors on my own for about 2 or 3 weeks, the vast majority of the time, unless sort of someone literally dragged me out for about 15 minutes. But I just couldn't really get out of the house at all.
Yeah. Why did you choose the Hampshire Hypnotherapy Centre?
Basically, I typed it into Google, and it was actually the analysis therapy that I looked at online.
Yeah.
Because sort of from what that said, I thought it would help. But then, and it sort of said there were certain people who would be qualified, and there was 2 places in the area. And basically, just from the website, it seemed more professional, I guess, than the other woman. It was just sort of a clip. So I sort of contacted, and literally within the week, like I think I had an appointment the next week, and then came in and you did the first session straight away, really.
So what else has changed in your life? Have there been any other benefits?
I'm just really happy. I love being a mum, which at the beginning I really struggled with. I mean, I was on my own, and it's a massive life change. So it was just me and a baby, and I was just like, right, okay. Which at first I thought I'd handle, and because I'd had to sort of postpone my degree. So it'd gone from being a student and basically doing what I wanted to do to, right, this is your responsibility, get on with it. And I'd had such an easy pregnancy that I didn't even, even for my pregnancy, it hadn't stopped me doing anything. I'd still got out and about and did what I wanted to do. And all of a sudden it was like, you're indoors, you're on your own, this baby needs your full attention. And I found that quite difficult, not having my freedom. So it did get me down, and I was like, oh, like, it's not what I was going to be doing or whatever. And then all of a sudden, sort of coming to you, it made me so much happier, and it made me really appreciate everything that I had and really just enjoy it. And like you sort of said to me that basically your attitude is what you're going to feel. And it just made me start enjoying things more with Missy. And you also sort of said to me, like, if you feel like, well, no, that was it. I remember you saying to me in the very first session, if you can't do it for you, do it for Missy.
Yeah.
And that was basically my starting point. I've got to do it for her, because I don't want her growing up with me being all depressed and low. And that sort of really helped me through it, because I'd do anything for her.
Yeah.
And now she is the happiest little baby ever.
She is.
And yeah, no, I just can't wait for her to wake up in the mornings and like just get out with her and show her off, really.
So what would you say to somebody with a similar problem background? What would you say to them about changing their life? Is there any kind of tips?
I think the main thing that I've said to a couple of people, not necessarily with sort of it being after a baby, but anyone who's just sort of feeling a bit low about anything, is just sort of focus on the positives. As long as you're focusing on negatives, then you're going to feel negative. And I know one of my friends specifically, he's sort of been talking to me about a few things that he's been doing because of what I've said to him, and he's like, oh, you're my little therapist. And it's like, although I mean obviously I'm not talking to him about it all the time, but he feels like he can talk to me, and also just
because you've got insight.
Yeah,
understanding.
definitely. But yeah, also just come and see you.